The United States has long been a country that immigrants have flocked to, and as LegalZoom put it in an article on Becoming American, this country was built on the strength of its immigrant population. While the face of the American immigrant has changed and will change over the years, one thing remains the same. You can enter just as long as you have the correct paperwork and can follow the State Department's rules. There are an estimated 12,000 legal permanent residents in southeastern Massachusetts. About half are eligible for citizenship, about 3,000 on the Cape, with about 1,500 eligible. Today we discuss the challenges those immigrating to the United States face on their journey to citizenship. First, our reporter Sean Corcoran takes us to meet a Centerville resident who first came to the United States as a cook 12 years ago. He now has a family here, and last month he was sworn in as an official United States citizen.
38-year-old Ryan Foreskin left his Centerville home at 8 this morning for a 1:30 swearing-in ceremony at Faneuil Hall in Boston. He was 3.5 hours early, but that's fine by him.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I was excited from yesterday. Couldn't wait for today. And driving here this morning, I was like so happy. And I was so early too. I was here like from 10 o'clock this morning. Didn't want to miss it.
Sitting in the historic Faneuil Hall chamber, Foreskin can feel the sense of American history in the room, where Sam Adams and James Otis once spoke out for colonial independence from Britain. Foreskin doesn't mind being a few hours early. He waited 12 years for this day, ever since he arrived in America from Montego Bay, Jamaica, where he was working as a line cook.
I was working into the resorts, and there was an American agent that was going through the hotels, them looking for the best cooks, and I ended up was one of the best cooks, so that's how I ended up coming here.
Foreskin credits a citizen services program run by Catholic Social Services on the Cape Islands and in southeastern Massachusetts with helping him fulfill his citizenship requirements. The program has 121 clients from 26 different countries. It offers legal support for the application process as well as education. Manager Lem Skidmore says the program is funded with federal grants, and without it, potential citizens in the area would be on their own.
Be on their own to study and to do the applications on their own, or wind up paying money for legal fees and other things that they may not have on top of the application fee.
A class can't help with some of the requirements for citizenship. An adult applicant must be 18 years old and a lawful permanent resident, what's known as a green card holder. There is a slightly different process for children and veterans, but adults typically must have worked in the U.S. for at least 5 years and not have left the country for 30 months. What the class does help with is the written and oral exam. New citizens must be able to read, write, and understand English. They also must have knowledge of U.S. history and government. And the final requirement for citizenship is this one: being willing and able to take the oath of allegiance.
Applicants for citizenship, please stand.
That's the clerk for Federal Judge George O'Toole.
Raise your right hand. I.
The oath requires citizenship applicants to renounce their allegiance and fidelity to their home country. They vow to bear arms on behalf of the United States when lawfully asked, and to support the U.S. Constitution.
That I take this obligation freely.
And I take this obligation freely.
Without any mental reservation.
Without any mental reservation.
Or purpose of evasion.
Or purpose of evasion.
So help me God.
So help me God.
You may be seated.
Thank you.
After taking the oath of allegiance, Foreskin waves his American flag and could not appear happier.
It was pretty awesome. I love the ceremony. Was nice. I enjoyed it. It's very good. And everybody got a smile on their face. Everybody got a smile on their face.
Foreskin says being an American citizen will benefit him if he needs to look for work. He's always been a legal resident, but there's something reassuring and special about being a citizen of the country where he wants to live and raise his family, the United States. For WCAI, I'm Sean Corcoran in Boston.